What is happening, y'all? Welcome on back to the walkthrough. We are going to continue our way through the Village of Cursed Blossoms and make our way on over and finish this off. So first we got to kill this scrub. He did. And then we're actually going to work our way around to where we came from. We're going to go up top, kill an archer, and get a bow, and then snipe a couple guys to make things a little bit easier. And we have our first longbow. Let's go ahead and kick this ladder down. Now, we're going to talk about a bullseye and a perfect bullseye. Now, if we're looking at this guy who's far away, you'll notice how we have a little red dot inside the yellow ring. That means that it is a bullseye, but that I don't have the right distance. That little dot indicates a bullseye. The ring indicates distance. Whereas this one, how we have all red, that usually means we're going to one-shot this thing in the head. So instead of going down there and fighting these guys fair, just get a little bit closer to this one. He's going to look at us. You can move while aiming the bow, so you can do stuff like this. There we go. And with them dead, we're going to plunge attack this guy. Super hard stuff. So here we have our Harakiri sword. Now, the Harakiri sword essentially allows you to just commit suicide. You'll lose any Amrita you're carrying, you'll return to the nearest shrine. The only real reason you would ever do something like this is if you're trying to kill yourself for, I don't know, maybe you're dropping your spirit. I don't know. I honestly don't know why you would do this. If you're trying to leave a mission, we have something known as the Divine Branch. Divine Branch will let you actually leave the mission and go back to the main menu. Also, in general, for items, I like leaving it on type. That way, if I'm in the middle of a fight, I can pull up items, and it'll always have all your healing stuff first. So elixirs, anti-paralytics, anti-poison, whereas the stuff like this will be at the bottom of the menu. So just a nice little sorting trick there. So we're going to go around, and right here, you'll notice how we hear something. That noise, that means there's a Kodama nearby. I mean, he's right here. And this guide is going to be covering where to get every single Kodama in the game, but I just wanted to point that out, that you can always hear the Kodamas. You can always hear them, the little, like, blump blumps, blump blumps. So just keep that in mind. This one is empty, that one is empty. This one has loot. This one has a baddie. Chest. Yep, so this is another NPC. Grab this. While we're missing out on some axe proficiency, just one-shotting all these guys, it's just going to make our run through this place so much easier. It's too far. I will ignore him for now. And now this last one, I don't know if I can actually get a drop. Nope, close, but no drop. Now right here, this is a NPC summon. Just like the Revenant, because the name is blue, that indicates that it is a basically like the ones that devs put into the game as opposed to a player. White names indicate actual players. but that is a friendly thing. You can summon that on up, and it'll help fight with you, as opposed to the red one, which you would summon up, fight, and get a chance at some of its gear. Grab this little guy. This loot. And we have some gakis. Be very careful about fighting pairs of gakis. When there's 2 or more gakis around, if you hurt a gaki enough that you put it into a final blow state, other gakis will try to jump on it and eat it. Similarly to how they can kind of jump on you and start biting you. And either of those will buff the gaki where they are a bigger threat. Alright, now right here we're going to have a Yokai, I believe. Yes. Now if you're not ready to fight this guy, we can actually go right up ahead, and there is a gate we can open that'll bring us back to the shrine. We're just going to kill this guy now and get him out of the way. If he doesn't kill me first. You also notice how right there we got that stagger. That was a hit to the head. Anytime you break the horns on these things, they lose a ton of ki. Hey, some purples. +6 attack. Oh, that is delicious. Yes, 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 yes. Let's get this chest. Riki. And we're also going to put that on. This is going to be super nice. It's going to give us some auto life recovery every time we pop an enemy on off. Just make things that much easier. And then we're going to go around the back of this to get another Kodama. And now we're going to rest at the shrine. Before we rest real fast, we're going to take a look at our gear and see if there's anything else. So there we go. We got a blue bow. Don't care about either of those inheritables. It's a nice Odachi. Really not trying to level up Odachi right now. Whew, man, level 8 though. I'll put it on. Other than that, I might need to go lighter weight. We'll see. Let's see how high I can get my... I'm pretty sure I only have enough for 1 stat point here. Yeah. 1 point, which brings me to 72.6. Now with that, I'm at C agility, and you'll notice that, you know, in general, my guy seems to move more sluggish. He's a lot slower. So we are going to go down in weight a little bit. This is 2.3. 2.2, it's not enough. Let's go down to you. Yes. Don't even have the demon bonus anymore, so we'll just drop this and go to... Actually, you know what? I could keep first samurai. Could keep the 2 bonus for the bullseye bonus and guard key recovery. And that looks good. Let's check what do we got here. Japanese scissors. And a charged unscathed. Not worried about that. Okay. So you'll notice that the cloud, he hasn't respawned, but that those guys are. In general, any enemies that are in clouds, once you kill them, they're gone. Mini bosses, they're gone. Basic enemies will respawn. So anyway, we're going to continue on ahead. We got this one dude. And then over here we have another NPC Revenant. So just to show how these things work, and usually it's the players you're going to want to fight. But essentially, you'll summon them up, and then it's just like fighting anybody else. They can be quite deadly, depending on what gear they're wearing. But... didn't drop me anything. What a dick. But you'll get glory from killing them, and then you usually get loots and Ochako cups, which are what we use to summon. So we get a little bit closer for that perfect bullseye. Didn't even need it. We still got him. Now, enemies like this, oh, got him from behind. Here's our 6th Kodama. Some enemies you're not going to be able to get headshots on, the ones that have helmets. So just something to keep in mind. Your first shot will knock off the helmet. Your second shot would still knock them down and put them into a final blow state. This is what you've all been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Scampus. Most adorable addition to Nioh 2. It's essentially a little yokai cat. It's going to follow you around and roll around in a little ball. Probably the cutest damn thing I've ever seen. And it'll fill up that purple bar that is below our stamina. Now, right now, that purple bar is not going to come into effect, but once we get yokai abilities, it will. And you'll notice that we just got horns. This little thing right here, this is known as a dark realm. We're going to be covering all the dark realms in the walkthrough because there's an achievement for knocking them all out. Now, things are a little bit different in the dark realm. For starters, enemies are going to be a lot stronger. You'll also notice that if I hit a Gaki and I knock it on down, but I don't kill it, I need one. Let's use this one so I can show this. Gakis, which have been pretty basic until now, if I blow away its key, notice it'll vomit up a cloud of paralysis. So, you know, just seeing that, you know, things are going to be a little bit crazier in the dark realm. Once we get access to our soul course, our yokai abilities will be better here. Let's kill this Gaki. Your yokai form in general, when you pop that, that's going to be stronger. But all the enemies that you fight are also stronger. So things in the dark realm are going to be a much bigger threat than they would typically be. Now, there's a couple ways that we can counter this. We can either pop our own... we actually got a couple skills here. We're going to Wandering Water Heaven, and we'll get that up as well. An axe. I already have Heaven and Earth. Cloud Crush. That spinner is suicide this early, but we'll pick it up anyway. If it seems like you're going to get clapped, pop your yokai form. You should have enough Amrita to do it. You just hit triangle and circle. We're going to go in and try and hit this guy with a big move right off the start here. Yeah, we're going to use it. It's just not worth the risk. Anytime something's out of key, if you tap triangle, you'll have a special finisher that you can do in your yokai form. That's what you just saw us do right there. And that's the inner shrine key. And of course, we can now open this chest. Before we hit that shrine, kill this guy. Oh, another thing which I didn't point out. So in that dark realm, how you saw that guy had red flowers all around him, that's how you know that he is the host of the dark realm, or the one creating it. Every dark realm will have a host. If you kill the host first, the dark realm will disperse, and all the other yokai remaining in it will become weaker. So anyway, kill that Gaki, get the final Kodama right there, and now we are going to try and get a level. Try and pop our stones, see if we can get enough for a level here. There we go. Perfect. So next up, we are going to be fighting our first real boss, and this is going to be a Mezuki. Now, Mezuki is essentially like the brother or something of Gozuki. It's going to be a big horse as opposed to a big cow. He is weak to fire, resistant to water, lightning, poison, paralysis, and corruption. By the way, when I say resistant, I don't mean immune, I mean resistant. So keep that in mind. He's similar to the other mini-boss we just fought. Some main differences are he has a ranged attack where he'll like spit out little, almost like affinity orbs. You can get behind him to avoid that. After you break his key, just stay in a high stance and tear him up. Yokai form, save it for Dark Realm. A lot of bosses will have a secondary phase where they pull on out the Dark Realm. So, real fast before we go in, let's just check our gear. See if we got anything else. And see, here we go. Perfect example, this black steel axe. Even though it's yellow, because it's level 8, it's going to be way stronger, even with no familiarity on it. And this is what I mean when I say level is king. The higher level gear you can get, the better. You're going to feel so much stronger with higher level gear. Damage taken versus yokai, gold earned. I'm not using ninja stuff at all, so we'll avoid that. So if you have sacred water, it's going to be good to use it as you go in here. That'll help keep your ki on up. Other than that, get in there and beat that horse. Fortunately, his grab attack isn't a huge threat. It's going to hurt, but it's not going to kill you. There's this little affinity thing. That's right, we can use, I think we can use that to avoid it. Mezuki, stop, bro. There we go. That gave me Amrita, so now I can pop my form when I need to. I need to get another sacred water up. We're going to ignore that prompt. We're saving our yokai form for the dark realm portion of this fight. Which looks like we might not even need it. But he wants to go. Let's go! So, big old cutscene with your character going crazy, and loot! And the Mezuki Soul Core. I'll never understand how this guy knows there were loot. I don't know if demons in this world actually just poop out loot, or how it works, but he knew there was loot. That messes with me. So if you're actually playing this for your first time, highly suggest you don't skip the cutscenes. The story in this game is actually really good this time around. I like it a lot more than the original Nioh. Definitely a worthwhile story, but you know, I'm trying to keep these episodes short and sweet, give you the info you need to know to get through and win. So, having finished that mission, we now have soul cores that were purified. I don't know why it never didn't pop up with the initial one. Should have popped up when I got that Enki soul core, but it didn't. But anyway, let's talk about that. So here in the shrine, what the hell, it's still not letting me put on soul cores. Oh, there we go. Oh, I get it. We don't have Soul Core Fusion yet, but we can put them on. Well, we made things harder than we had to. So anyway, here in this spirit, you can go to attune Soul Cores. And what's going to happen when you attune these is you'll notice the stats on Mikami will go up, the attack and the defense. These stats are also going to apply to us. So we're going to put on the Mezuki in that slot, put on the Enki in that slot, and that's going to give us more attack and more defense. You'll also notice on our spirit, we have different stat reaches. Right here, 15% yokai ability. This means that I need a total of 12 stat points spent between dexterity and magic to activate that ability. So we're going to go ahead and put our next 2 points in there, pick that on up. And it looks like if I have 1 point in either strength or constitution, I'll also get some fire resist. So probably have some points after the boss. Let's go 1 in 1, it looks like. So we'll put 1 in magic, and then we'll do 1 in dex a little bit later, just to unlock those. And typically there's a whole menu that unlocks here for soul cores. Like, it's just been that long. But yeah, so anyway, if you're struggling to get past that mission, go ahead and put your soul cores on. That's going to increase your attack and defense. But as you saw, I didn't have any of that stuff on, and I was able to do it fine with one of the slowest weapons in the game. So we also get Masaru from doing that. He is a feral soul core, so a little bit different. One of the big things I want to point out here is there is a key difference between brute, feral, and phantom. Brute soul cores are going to have their anima bonus from guarding. whereas feral are going to have the anima bonus from cumulative damage. Phantom soul cores are going to have their anima bonus from doing ranged attacks, and this is going to determine how fast that purple gauge builds on up, which that purple gauge is what we use to do these. Essentially, we spend anima to summon up a yokai and cast their abilities. So with this, we're going to be able to summon up Mezuki and do a big old slash. Really, really nice ability early on. With Enki, we're going to turn into the monkey, jump up into the air, and throw our spear. Great for popping off yokai from afar. And then these will also have random abilities on them as well. As you can see, this one will boost my attack by an additional 2. And if I do a yokai ability when I'm in a pool, it will do a key pulse automatically. See, well, never mind. Anyway, yeah, point is I can do them together. Whereas this one gives me some Amrita gauge charge and some extra gold earned while I'm in yokai shift. So that is going to wrap things up. In the next episode, we're going to be covering, actually, Forrest, what are we, 21 minutes? You know what? I think it's silly to have a dedicated episode to this place. It's nice and short. Let's do it right now. We'll jump right in and knock out Forest Veiled in Darkness. Not giving this thing its own episode. So this place can be a little bit of a pain in the ass. I'd suggest bringing along a blue. We're going to find one, not the level 9, not the level 19. Nope, you know what? Looks like we're going for this guy. Level 39. Should be nice and beefy to help get us through. We also got our first Shiftling point. So when it comes to the Shiftling tree, there's a couple different things. I really like the Devour Yokai realm. This is going to allow you to gain anima on purifying stuff. But for now, I'd suggest you pick up this and then work your way down to this. This is just going to give you a big key recovery boost. It's a single point, and anytime you do one of those cowers, your key will ramp on up, which can allow you to just get back into the action faster. So very nice first point. So we're gonna go, let's see, go straight first for enemy and then take a left and go up and right for Kodama number 1. Okay, we're gonna go this guy. Was hoping I could plunge him, but I guess not. Oh boy. You can see the AI on these guys isn't the best, and I think I'm dead. Yeah. So you can see why these are side missions. They can be very hard if you're not careful. Getting caught by a single grapple will kill you. It's probably the #1 complaint I see with games like Nioh. Come along, Odachi man. So when you die in Nioh, you're actually going to drop your Guardian Spirit. You can see it sitting right over by that guy. We're gonna... Not playing that game. Sit back down. If you don't make it back to your Guardian Spirit, you're going to lose your Amrita. So keep that in mind. Go up this thing. And this... Tree. Oh god. Oh, this just went to shit. It's alright, we're still in this. It worked out surprisingly well. Alright, so from the start, oh, this is the second shrine. Let's see here. Yeah, we wanted to go up here, kill this guy, and then get this loot. And we were going to plunge that guy. Since our spirits are already over here fighting, let's help them out. To do even when there's multiple enemies around. Final blows are not. Get this chest. Take a left, go upright for Kodama number 1. Said go up and right for Kodama number 1. Gonna hear him. There he is. Literally walked right past him. So let's see. If I go back to my notes, I go up the tree for loot, then come down and go straight, kill a guy and kick down a tree, run across. Okay, so we will pop this guy off. Now we're back on track. We're going to go across this to get access to Kodama number 2. Alright, we're going to go along the mountain here, and we're going to take this left. Launch that guy. We're going to kill this one, just because I don't like leaving people alive. Alright, so we're going to continue forward for a archer. And a herbal remedy across from him. And then at the split, let's see, go straight, then veer right to kill an archer and drop down on 2. Which is what we did right here. We went up there and killed those guys already. And we have that. No. I never picked this up back when we killed that first guy. So yeah, we would have gone that way, killed those guys, and then gotten this shrine. So this is like our shrine close to the exit of this place. So from here, a video about yokai abilities. We're going to take the path from the shrine. We will plunge this guy and pick up this chest. Let's see, good chest. Circle around to the right for a baddie, buy some loot, and then into the cave for a scampus. Alright, so we're going to grab him. This will allow us to spam our abilities. Gonna drop down and go through, let's see, drop up and run up ahead for a boss encounter. Okay, so there are going to be, let's see here, break the tree for enough Amrita, kill 3 Gakis and an Enki. Sounds good. So let's kill this tree first. Anytime you see crystals like that, you can usually use them to get Amrita to pop your form. Oh god. That worked out well. Using our yokai abilities. There's our grapple. And it's done. So there's our big ability. Nice wide AoE on that. Love that thing. Absolutely tears stuff apart. And that's our first side mission banged out too. Look at that. And we are just seconds over the 30-minute mark. So proud of myself. Didn't even die. Did I die? I don't know if I've died yet. Maybe. No, yeah, I did. I got stabbed by that guy at the start of that. There goes my no death run. Oh well. So anyway, with that done, before we close out the episode, one thing I want to point out is how to tell if you've missed something on a mission. So if you go here and you hit X and you hit R1, I can see whether or not I've done everything. So I can see I've cleared it and I dispelled the Dark Realm instance. In a similar manner on side missions, if I click it, hit R1, it'll only say times cleared. But if there happen to be any locks of hair or any hot springs that you missed, it'll tell you right here. So that's how you know whether or not you have gotten everything that a mission has to offer for you. So either way, we're going to wrap things on up. Moving on to episode 3, we'll be starting off with the Beastborn of Smoke and Flames, and after we complete that, we'll gain access to the blacksmith. So make sure to stay tuned, and I'll catch you all soon enough with more.